all the time in Brazil, many recorder teachers ask me about what material, Renata, do you use to teach improvisation or playing ornaments in Baroque music for your students? What materials do you use? And I said, none. And all the time I said, none. How can you teach them how to improve using the different ornaments or to try to improvise something? And I said, I use the Suzuki method. So after that they asked me, okay, the Suzuki method has a material special for improvisation or to teach how kids can improvise Baroque ornaments in the repertoire. I said no. So because of that, I try to watch my students learning how they learn to play different ornaments, how they learn to improvise their own cadences in the concertos, everything that they need to play. And then, because of that, I need to explain you that the Suzuki method is a step-by-step method. So we need to think about what is the first step to when we learn to speak our mother language. So what is my first step to learn to put my shoes in a proper way, you know? How my first step to learn how to play recorder. So and I try to think what's the first step to teach my students play recorder and play one ornament or play two ornaments or play improvise something or play something that they need or make some jokes, musical jokes in some own cadences, their own cadences. So I made a research in different articles, guitar players or flute players, not Suzuki teachers, about improvisation. And I discovered that some steps for different people to learn improvisation. The first step that they agree is to develop your ears, and then the second step is to get popular, learn folk and pop music. I think special for guitar players. And then the third one is to mix it up, listen to and learn to play a variety of styles, to arpeggiate, learn the chords and in a melodical way, to be open, different sounds, using notes as a drums, etc. And I found this in a guitar player, Go Brazilian! And I, what is this, Go Brazilian? And he said, okay, we need to learn the Brazilian music, about how they use the same note with different rhythms, how they use the chords, how they use the rhythm in order to improvise. So I put, it's not special for me, but I put Go Brazilian. And then the seventh is to know how to tell a story, having a strategy. It was amazing for me this morning because I could see everything in the different speeches that this morning tell a story, how you improve your technique when you are practicing improvisation and then after you are in the stage. You know, something, everything is connected here. So the 8 is to prepare and take care of your performance that I mentioned now. And then the 9th is having a lot of musical knowledge. And then I start to think in the Suzuki method, because in the Suzuki method we work in ability development step by step. So in the Suzuki method, not for improvisation, but we do these kind of things in order to teach the kids to play instrument, recorder, violin, every instrument. So first thing is to learn by ear first. So they develop this kind of ability. So to know musical language through simple songs, folk songs, pop songs, everything. to know different styles. They know different styles. Sometimes my students listen a different CD from different recorder players, and I didn't mention what is the recorder player, and they listen and say, "Teacher, this is a French recorder player?" And I said, "Yes, how you know?" Because the sound. Because the sound of articulation, okay? So, to know how to tell a story, in Brazil I put, because all the teachers, my colleagues said, okay, I love to watch your lessons because you always tell your students jokes. My students know to tell jokes, you know? So they are really good in this. The first step. Okay, the recorder students learn to tell jokes. Okay, my first step is, before to tell a story, you need to tell a joke. You need to know to tell a joke. And then 50 is to prepare and play beautifully through the practice, repetition, and review, because we have lots of review pieces in the Suzuki Method. And to have many different opportunities to play and to perform. Right? They play all the time in the lesson. Each lesson we have teacher, student, and parent. And then they perform in the group lesson. We have teacher, all the students, all the parents. All the times they have the opportunity to perform, okay, to show. And then, in the recorder language, to learn improvisation means change notes in a song, first step. Believing that you are writing a new song. My students said, "Oh, teacher, I composed a new song for you." And then they start to play, and then I know this music. But they really believe that, because they changed some notes. And they really believe that they are composed using music. So, let's see. Like that. Ah, ok. Mas o meu tinha um canelinho diferente, não é? Do you know the music? The song? It's completely new. Okay. Acabou? Okay. Okay. Change the rhythm in a song and have fun. This is the song that she starts to learn. So, now you know the song. I asked something about what happened. O que você fez? Eu não percebi. Ah, uma troca de ligaduras aí, né? Foi isso? E um estacato. Listen now. Okay, change the rhythm of the music. Okay, and then to know different articulation using the same musical material. To know we can use this to learn to do different articulation, but also how can I improvise with the same note. língua. Teque, 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 uau, tá cada vez melhor isso! E se a gente faz dege, 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 experimenta fazer. Primeiro sem a flauta. Dege, 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 agora com a flauta. And then, oops, sorry. To know how to tell a music story, giving meaning to everything. This song, do you know the name of this song? Folk song, My Little Boat. And we talked before about My Little Boat, the name of the song, and it's a kind of music that tells a story for us about the boat, you know. And then he explained to me now. Just now, I realized why the reason that we have the trio in this music, he said to me.
Trio.
The trio.
Trio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oops, sorry. In the water. Roda-moinho, assim? Uau, pode ser, exatamente, porque essa música, a gente fala de música. Okay, I explained to him about the music, about the boat again, and then we talk about, oh, very good idea, I didn't realize that. Okay, so, and then play pop music and have fun of it with different recorders. Essa música do livro 4, eu acho que foi. Ok, essa é a cadência mais linda que eu já ouvi. Agora. Thank you for Malvern Summer School for that. Okay, and then, oops, okay. Learning how to compose your own cadenza with music quotation or make musical jokes. Okay, did you recognize the same song? Okay. Learning fixed ornaments and use it all notes, because it's impossible to tell a kid don't do it. Okay? When they learn one ornament, they need to use in all notes. Okay. And then learning how recorder players improvise. Listen, practice first, then theory. We are listening different recorder players, and she was circle in the music score like, oh, here is different, here is different, here is different, here is different. And then after that we talk about what's different, what choices they did. Okay, and then learning how to make your own ornaments and how better to perform it. First without ornaments and then second with ornaments. Okay, and then learning different ornaments proposals and play handball in a group lesson. Okay, you understand what handball means. In the repetition, we change the people and you can use your own ornaments. And then the second, my colleague play with his ornaments. And then and then getting better in the improvisation art, getting better in this ability. For us Suzuki teachers to learn how to improvise something is one ability, so we need to develop this ability. Okay, sorry. No, no worries. Okay, thank you.